How many times do you think you could ride these 4 iconic rides at Alton Towers? Once? Twice? 10 times? Well, a guy in 2007 rode each one 13 times. Let's follow in his footsteps today. Hey cluckers, welcome back to the channel. Surprise, surprise, we're here, Alton Towers Home Park. There's something a little bit different today. Now, if you know me, you know I love theme park history, and you also know I love a good theme park challenge. So we're here today to take on a challenge with a blast from the past. So back in 2007, Alton Towers started to hold something called Adrenalin Week. Now they did this 3 times that year. One the first week of the year, and one in November, and one in July. Now the one in November promised riders the chance to ride 10 of the best attractions in the dark at night. In November when, in the future now they don't tend to open the park at that time of year, apart from Christmas events. So it was a nice little thing to do. You got to ride things in the dark, which we're always a big fan of. In July they promised riders guaranteed rides on the big 4. I had to get at least 3 rides on them. Now the big 4 at the time: Nemesis, Air, or Galactica as it's known now, Oblivion, and Rita. I forgot what it was called then. Queen of Speed, how can I forget that? On the first week though, they did a bit of a competition on Adrenalin Week, and the competition was whoever could ride those 4 rides the most in that day won an annual pass. Not just an annual pass, a lifetime pass. So a lifetime pass gives you the opportunity to come to the park over and over again for the rest of your life. Now, this was back when the park was owned by Tussauds. So the winner, they actually document their use of this pass over on YouTube, and it's changed over the years. So obviously when Merlin took it over, it had to change again. Quite recently, back in 2019, they changed the passes to gold, platinum, silver, bronze, and he had to upgrade the pass again. Now he had to pay to upgrade it this time, and it covers obviously more than just Alton Towers. So I guess that is the plus. But now this guy, he rode all 4 rides 13 times. Okay, so I'm going to try and do that today. I'm going to head over to least favourite ride first of all, Oblivion. I'm going to ride that 13 times. We're here nice and early, so hopefully we can get it done. But we shall see, so let's go. So we've made it outside Oblivion. Now, I'm not looking forward to this. I've got to ride it 13 times. See how many times we can get on it. It's just gone 3 minutes past 10. It is running, which is great news. Smiler isn't open yet, so big points there. There was a caveat back then. So what you would have got is a card. Each had slots, and an attendant in the queue would tick it off as you rode it, as you got in the queue to ride. Now there was supposed to be a rule that said you could only ride them every 10 minutes, so you just couldn't keep getting back in the queue over and over, and you couldn't just stay on either, so you had to come out and do the full queue. Now the winner on their YouTube did describe that actually the attendants weren't that bothered about the 10-minute rule. I've got to be honest, you wouldn't get that many rides on everything if you had to wait 10 minutes after each ride. So, well, they weren't that bothered, so he did just keep lapping it. So we're going to see what time I come off after riding this 13 times. Lord help me. So, that was 13 rides on Oblivion. It's about 11 o'clock, well, 5 minutes to 11. As I was going down on the 13th ride, No, Smile is still queuing, still not open yet. So like nearly an hour, Smile not open. I can understand now why there was a rule back then that you had to wait every 10 minutes, because it was a lot. It really was a lot to do. I'm not going to lie. I feel weird now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to probably get a drink and something to eat on the way to the next ride. I can understand why they don't run these competitions anymore, because people do silly things, people do push themselves. You know, 13 rides on something I hate, just this challenge, was silly really, and I feel a bit weird, but I'm going to get a drink, get some meat, and I'm going to hop over to Rita, where the next challenge is. Wish me luck. So yeah, this challenge was ran every day in that first week of the 2007 season, and just really a way of getting people to come to the park. Now, the person that won it, they came on a Thursday. We're not in March, but we're in May. I'm here on a Thursday open. It's just as quiet as it was for them. There's a bit of a mess. That's the Oblivion effect. About this before on the channel, but another top tip, vital for challenges like this, is to use your theme park shortcuts. So we're shortcutting through this back entrance really towards the back part of the dark forest. So we can get on Rita. Like I say, saves a bit of time instead of cutting through hex and woodcutters, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, top tip, use them shortcuts. I've talked about some of them in the past. If I haven't, I'll break some more down for you in future vlogs. So we're in the queue now for Rita. Rita should be quite an easy one in theory, because it's about 26 seconds. If we didn't wait, if we could just stay on, you know what I mean? If we could stay on, it'd be done in no time. But like I say, you'd have to do the full queue. Oh, it's a very quiet day. Currently a 5-minute queue, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long on this one. So that's the first ride on Rita, Dawn. I love Rita, I've got to be honest. Last couple of times I've come, it's been closed, so I'm really glad to kind of get back on it. I'm going to go straight for number 2 now. Ops aren't great, I've got to be honest, they do take a bit longer than advised. It says 5-minute queue, and that's probably 2 cycles, but it took a lot longer, and because of that, we're getting to the queue now. We're on 25-minute queue now. That's not good. I'm not getting anywhere near if the queue is going to be 25 minutes for it. I think they're probably overinflating the queue. It wasn't 25 minutes, it was probably about 15, 16 maybe. Ran back into the queue again for ride number 3. Probably not going to keep recording between rides, but we'll see you on the other side. 13 rides on Rita. Took a lot longer. We're on 1 o'clock now, so it took a lot longer than expected, and with it being quite a short cycle, and the queue's kind of between 5 and 25 minutes during each ride. Now I'm going to hope the other 2 rides, we're halfway through, a bit further than halfway through the time though, so a bit tough. I'm going to head over now to Forbidden Valley where the other 2 rides are, so that is Galactica and Nemesis Reborn. Hopefully they're quite short cycles and not much of a queue, so we'll see. One disadvantage we've got that they didn't have in 2007 is the Sky Ride. So Sky Ride is currently closed. Now that'd be perfect, it'd be ideal to get on here, get off over in Forbidden Valley, but like I say, it's not open this year, so that's definitely something they had against us. That's the advantage they had in 2007 that we don't have. Time being against us, I'm going to take a bit of a shortcut. Definitely a top tip if the Sky Ride's down like it is this year and you're trying to get to Forbidden Valley, there is a shortcut through the gardens. Now, I've got to be honest, I've never actually taken this one myself. We've done the gardens a few times, they are really nice. But this is a shortcut to get you to Forbidden Valley, so let's go do it, eh? Let's see if it really is short. I guess it beats walking all the way around to the front of the towers and past Wickerman, Curse, Congo, River Rapids. So yeah, we'll see. I'm following some yellow arrows. Apparently that'll take me through the shortcut, so let's have a look. So yeah, remember we're following the yellow arrows to Forbidden Valley. Oh, not the greatest path. There's a lot of stairs. This one looks like the sign's been taken down, so let's go up that way. Down that way. I'm going to use logic and I'm going to go down this way. Hopefully we're going the right way. It must be because there's another sign down here now, putting yellow in that direction. Yeah, if you don't like steps or you're not great with walking, this definitely isn't a shortcut for you, I'm telling you. Like, whew, there's lots of steps and there's not many railings. More stairs. Whew. We are going the right way. Yellow, up that way. More stairs. More stairs. Yeah, more stairs. More stairs. Whew. It's killing me, this. Like I said before, you really do miss the sky ride. Whew. That's a walk and a half. Taking a minute to catch my breath there, but we have officially made it into Forbidden Valley. So 2 rides left on the Challenger here. Galactica was there back in 2007. And Nemesis Reborn, just Nemesis, back in 2007. I said that shortcut. I'm going to be honest, it's probably a shortcut in regards of physical steps taken. But it's not a shortcut in anything else. Oh, them steps, they're not forgiving. And it's a lot of turns. Well, actually, normally if I'm walking, I'd have walked the other way, the long way around the park quite far with no issues at all. Struggling a bit now. I'm going to need to take a couple of minutes before I get on either of these 2 rides, continue the challenge. So, let's have a minute somewhere. So, after that mammoth walk through the gardens, I'm back. I'm ready to get back on track and get on Nemesis Reborn. 13 times, like I said, it's quarter past now to be fair, and 1. Don't forget this, get on Galactica and we've done. I don't know how they did it, to be fair, because I don't know. I'm feeling knackered already, and we've got the most intense one up next, and then obviously Galactica. It's tough for sure. Made it into the Nemesis Reborn queue. It's not a full queue today, thank God, because that is a walk and a half. So it's 10 minutes. I'm expecting just to kind of walk. From what I can see, it's literally just before the station. So by the time you've walked there, it's done. I remember somebody saying before that it takes at least 4 minutes to walk round. So that's another disadvantage we've got, because the queue didn't used to be this long. It never used to be this long in regard to walking distance. But let's go. First ride on Nemesis Reborn. 12 to go. Actually really rides great in the rain. I've not done it in the rain since it reopened, but it actually runs really good. To be honest, last time we came here, I read it a couple of times. So it's me brain. Not that today though. So let's get back on. When you're doing a challenge like this, you don't really have time to stop and eat, stop and drink. So, big tip, bring your own. I've got some protein drinks today. Keep me going through the queue. So, let's hit on. This is ride number 5. Now, I think one thing that would help doing a challenge like this, or just operations around Nemesis itself anyway, are single rider queues. Amount of empty seats I've seen, mad. Now, on a quieter day like today, probably doesn't help on a quiet day. On a busier day, get them filled, and definitely help me if it's a shorter queue. Best walking for sure. So we're about halfway through, 6 in about 45 minutes, so not too bad at all. I'm going to have to take a bit of a break though, I'm not going to lie. First 3 I thought, oh, I can do all 13 in one go here, but as it dried up a little bit, it is a bit rattly, it rattles you about, so I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to head over to my once a trip ride on the Alton Manor. So we've made it out here to the Alton Manor. Every trip I have to get at least one ride on this because it is a quality dark ride. 5-minute queue. So now we've got a short 5-minute queue, a 5-minute ride as well. So hopefully that's enough time to recover and then get back over to Forbidden Valley and get back on Nemesis. Like I say, we've got about 2 hours 15 minutes now to get on the, well, still need 13 on Galactica and 7 on Nemesis, so can I do it? I don't know. It's tough. So that's another fantastic ride on the Alton Manor. It brings me to a very special segment of the vlog. I don't know if you watched last week's vlog where we talked your opinions on this theme park. If you didn't, take a second, go check that one out. But we did ask you a question. We asked you this question. So while I was riding Gangster Gran, I did notice a cheeky little reference, a cheeky little Easter egg to the chief ride creator here, John Burton. If you know where it is, if you've seen it before, throw it in the comments. So here's a special shout out to Tim McLaughlin 601 over on YouTube. We got the right answer, of course. It is his initials in the getaway scene on the bus stop. So if you knew that, well done. If you didn't, keep an eye out for it next time. Today's question comes from the Alton Manor. I've just been on it. In the queue, some advertisements from Wardley Burton Estates advertising the sale of the manor. What I want to know is how much are they selling it for? What value have they priced the manor at? Drop the answer in the comments if you know. First right answer will get a mention in the next vlog. Just about to say really, asking that question because it's Wardley Burton Estates selling the property. However, it looks like there's been several different ones. So I remember Sparks, cheeky little Easter egg for you. It was Sparks that helped create, they were the company that helped create the Haunted House back in 1992. Obviously, Wardley Estates over here. It's because it was John Wardley who designed the ride back in 92. So like I say, established 1992. And the last one, I'm not 100% sure. So if you do know, let us know in the comments. But this one is Taylor and Millington Estates, 97 Pool Lane. I have to do a bit of research on that one because I'm not sure what that is or who that is. So yeah, if you hadn't seen the video, the last video we brought out, it was all about unpopular opinions here at Alton Towers. And we got onto the subject of food prices. Tim's raised an excellent point. Now, if you come to eat at one of the burger kitchens here, you can't just buy a burger on its own. You have to buy a full meal. Now, personally, I hate chips. I'm not a fan at all. If I go to McDonald's or somewhere like that, I will just order a couple of burgers instead of burger chips and that kind of stuff. So it is a bit counterproductive that you have to pay for the items you don't necessarily want, like a drink or chips if you've brought your own drink, you know what I mean? So excellent point there, Tim. Prices probably be a bit better in places like that if you could buy the items singly, like if you buy chips you could buy just a drink, or you could buy just a burger. But maybe they'll listen one day. It's the same at all the Merlin parks, any of the burger kitchens, same issue. I'm heading back over now to Forbidden Valley. Like I said, I got to get 13 rides on Galactica and 7 on Nemesis Reborn, but weather has gone against me. It's pouring down now. Now I did expect this. It did say it was going to rain, so I did bring the poncho, but it's the ride availability that I worry about now. Will I be able to get on these rides? Did they? There's no way they could have had this issue on that day when they won the challenge. There's no way they'd been able to do 13 rides on each of these 4 coasters in this rain.
Are meticulously designed to uphold the highest standards of containment of assets.
I made it back into the queue for Nemesis Reborn. May be raining, I might be wet. It's still running though, so thumbs up, that's good news. There is a little recording they're playing just to advise that because of the weather conditions, might not be the nicest ride. If you don't want to ride, step aside and let people who do on. So we'll make this queue a bit quicker. It is only 10 minutes though, so probably nothing anyway. So who'd have thought it? Nemesis Re in the rain. Comes like a water ride. It's probably the wettest water ride here. Should rename it Log Flume. So, 13 laps, Nemesis. Like I said, I had to take a break in between. Time is now 5 to 3, so we've got an hour and 5 minutes. And we've still got to do Galactica 13 times. At this point, I don't think it's possible, but see how many we can do. Like I say, I've taken a bit of a 10-minute break in between, got on curve, just because of how intense Nemesis was. I've had to walk as well from the Dark Forest over to Forbidden Valley, where back in 2007 they'd be able to get the Sky Ride over, so that added about 15 minutes as well. So let's see if we're about 25 minutes away from completing them all. The challenge was possible, but I don't know, let's see, let's get over there now. So yeah, we made it Galactica. Hour and 5 minutes. How many can we do? Can we get near 13? That is the question. I doubt it. 10-minute queue though, so I mean, probably about 6.5 rides, maybe. So that draws an end there to the day. Drum roll please. I got on that Galactica 6 times in the end. Could have been a bit more. Ops were good for the weather, but there was a bit of confusion. The station is actually flooded. One of the ride-ups told us we've had as much rain in the last 3 hours as we've had all April, so they were brushing like the station. The last 4 rows, the station was that flooded they weren't like sitting anyone in them to avoid it, so kind of delayed a bit. And some of the seats were closed as well, which I'm not sure. The staff were brilliant dealing with that rain. The ride kept going. Oblivion, Nemesis, they were all still riding, so got to give them thumbs up for keeping the rides going in this torrential rain. So I've actually escaped undercover the arcade to finish the vlog. So like I was saying before, managed that one 6 times, so nearly half, despite terrible weather, terrible rain. kept queuing us up, then telling us the ride was closing, then re-queuing us because we weren't sure what was going on. They said one ride up said we've had in the last 3 hours more rain than we had all April. And I can believe it. I'm absolutely soaked. Poncho didn't really help at all. Nemesis going around that in the pouring rain, like daggers in your eyes. Galactica wasn't so bad, but that challenge, whoever won it, wow. Not just endurance challenge, so it's not just about kind of riding something as many times as you possibly can. It's about navigating the park, and I think that kind of, I've had a few issues with that today. No sky ride. I've got to be honest, I did take a bit of a 10-15 minute break to do Curse. But it's got to be done. How can you not do it? Like I say, that challenge is something else. I want you to try and give it a go and see if you would have won. If you could have done more than 13 on those 4 rides, you could have won that lifetime pass here at Alton Towers. So, thanks for watching. Like I say, I did fail the challenge. I want to know if you would have passed it, so come down, give it a go. Maybe on a nicer day. Top tips, midweek, not doing school holidays, bring a poncho to stay dry, and bring your own snacks for the queue, drinks for the queue. If you've enjoyed the vlog, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you again soon.